I'm Brittany James, and I help consumers understand, protect, and enforce their financial and credit rights. If there's any error on yours, we will fix it. For more info, click the link in our bio or comment section below to speak to one of our licensed attorneys for help. What if I told you that the debt keeping you up at night, the credit cards, the medical bills, the collection calls at 7 a.m. could be completely wiped out in as little as 4 to 5 months? Not reduced, not restructured, gone. Most people suffer under crushing debt for years, sometimes decades, because nobody ever sat them down and explained exactly how Chapter 7 bankruptcy actually works. They assume it's complicated, embarrassing, or that they'll lose everything they own. Today we're blowing up every single one of those myths. Stay with me through this entire video because I'm going to walk you through the full Chapter 7 bankruptcy process in 2025 step by step, no confusing legal jargon, and by the end, you're going to know exactly what to expect, what to watch out for, and how to decide if this is the move that finally changes your financial life. Let's go! Section 1. What is Chapter 7, and why 2025 is the year to act? Chapter 7 bankruptcy is what most people picture when they hear the word bankruptcy. It's what's called a liquidation bankruptcy. And before you panic at that word, let me explain what it actually means for the average person. Chapter 7 allows you to discharge, meaning legally eliminate, most unsecured debts. We're talking credit card balances, medical bills, personal loans, old utility bills. In most cases, people who file Chapter 7 come out the other side owing nothing on those debts. And here's the timeline that surprises almost everyone. The average Chapter 7 case takes roughly 4 to 5 months from the day you file to the day you receive your discharge. For a federal court proceeding, that is extraordinarily fast. Now, why is 2025 a particularly important year to look at this? Because we are coming out of years of financial pressure, inflation, rising interest rates, the end of pandemic-era relief programs. A lot of Americans who managed to hold on are now watching their debt creep back up with no end in sight. If that sounds like you, this process was built exactly for this moment. Section 2. Before you file, the pre-filing phase. Every Chapter 7 case has 2 major phases, before you file and after you file. Let's start at the beginning. The pre-filing phase is where most of the heavy lifting happens, and I won't sugarcoat it. It's detailed work. A typical Chapter 7 bankruptcy petition is roughly 100 pages of documentation. That includes a complete picture of your income, your monthly living expenses, every creditor you owe money to, and your assets. Your attorney will usually pull your credit report to identify most of your creditors, but here's something important. Not all debts show up on a credit report. Medical bills, personal loans from family members, or debts that have aged off your report may not appear. You'll need to track those down yourself and provide them directly. You'll also need to account for income earned over the last couple of years and any property you've sold or transferred recently. And this brings me to the first critical warning of this video. If you are even thinking about bankruptcy, do not sell, transfer, gift, or buy any significant asset before talking to an attorney first. Moving assets around right before filing, even with totally innocent intentions, can create serious legal complications in your case. Talk to a professional before you do anything. Quick pause. If this video is already giving you clarity about a situation you've been stressed about for months, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss content like this. I put out new videos every week on debt, credit, and financial recovery, and this community is growing fast. Now back to it. Section 3. Credit counseling. The requirement most people don't know about. Here's something a lot of people don't realize. Before your bankruptcy case can even be filed, federal law requires you to complete an approved credit counseling course. Before you groan, it's not bad. The course is done entirely online, takes about an hour, and at the end you receive a certificate. That certificate has to be submitted to the court as part of your case. No certificate, no filing. Simple as that. Think of it as the first official step in your fresh start. Section 4. Filing day and the automatic stay, the most powerful moment in the process. Once all your documents are prepared and your credit counseling certificate is in hand, your attorney files your case with the federal bankruptcy court. And the moment that filing is submitted, something powerful happens automatically. It's called the automatic stay. The automatic stay is an immediate court-ordered pause on virtually all collection activity against you. The moment your case is filed, collection calls must stop. Emails and letters demanding payment must stop. Wage garnishments must stop. Car repossessions are halted. Home foreclosure proceedings are paused. This isn't a request. It's a federal court order, and creditors who violate it face serious consequences. For people in crisis situations facing an imminent foreclosure sale or a car that's about to be repossessed, there is even an option called an emergency bankruptcy filing that can activate the automatic stay the same day. That single tool alone has saved homes and vehicles for countless people in desperate situations. Section 5. The 341 Meeting. It's not what you think. After your case is filed, you'll receive a notice for what's officially called the 341 Meeting of Creditors, named after Section 341 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code. This is the part that makes people nervous. But here's the reality: it's almost always completely routine. In 2025, these meetings are typically conducted via video call. No courthouse, no courtroom drama. You'll meet with your attorney and a bankruptcy trustee, a court-appointed official whose job is to review your case and verify that everything in your documents is accurate. The trustee will ask you a few straightforward questions under oath, and those creditors the meeting is named after, they almost never show up. In cases involving straightforward consumer debt, creditor appearances at 341 meetings are rare. Most people walk away from their 341 meeting thinking, that's it? Yes, that's it. Section 6. What you keep. Exemptions are everything. One of the biggest myths about Chapter 7 is that you lose all your possessions. The reality is that most people who file Chapter 7 keep everything they own. Every state has exemption laws, statutes that protect specific types of property from being seized in a bankruptcy case. These exemptions typically cover your primary home equity up to a certain amount, your vehicle, retirement accounts like 401ks and IRAs, household furniture and appliances, and clothing. Some states are particularly generous with their exemptions. Retirement accounts, for example, are often fully protected under federal law regardless of what state you live in. The key is understanding how your specific assets map to available exemptions before you file. This is another reason why working with an experienced bankruptcy attorney is so important. They know exactly how to apply these protections to your situation. Section 7. Financial Management Course and the Discharge. After your 341 meeting, there's one more requirement before you receive your discharge, a second online course called a Debtor Education or Financial Management Course. It runs about 90 minutes and covers basic personal finance principles. You receive a certificate, your attorney files it with the court, and then you wait. The discharge order, the document that legally eliminates your qualifying debts, typically arrives within 60 to 90 days after the 341 meeting. When that document lands in your hands, it's official. Your debts are gone. Your slate is clean. Your financial future is yours to write. Section 8. The honest truth about making it go smoothly. Every bankruptcy attorney will tell you the same thing. Cases go sideways because of surprises, hidden assets, debts that weren't disclosed, transfers that weren't mentioned, income that wasn't reported accurately. The antidote is simple: total honesty and full disclosure from day one. If you're upfront about everything, the process almost always runs smoothly and on schedule. Bankruptcy exists precisely because society recognized that people need a legal, structured way to recover from financial hardship. There is no shame in using a legal tool designed exactly for this purpose. If you made it this far, you now know more about the Chapter 7 bankruptcy process than most people will ever learn. And knowledge is the first step toward action. Here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below telling me your biggest question about bankruptcy or debt relief. I read every comment and I'll answer as many as I can, and your question might become the next video. If this helped you, please share it with someone you know who's struggling with debt. You might be the reason they finally find a way out. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Brittany James, and I help consumers understand, protect, and enforce their financial and credit rights. If there's any error on yours, we will fix it. For more info, click the link in our bio or comment section below to speak to one of our licensed attorneys for help.